So I know I'm not the only one that when someone says, I want to speak to you or I have some feedback for you, that doesn't go into catastrophe mode and thinking about what they might want to say to you, what might have happened that caused them to want to talk to you, and then all the responses that you are going to have for them in protection of yourself. I know I'm not the only one. And I know I'm not the only one who knows that the ideal way to handle the situation would be let the conversation happen when the conversation happens and don't worry about it until then. But the truth is that a lot of us go into what we think is strategy and sound planning as a means of protecting ourselves from the fear of being inadequate, less than, called out, rejected, anything of the sorts. It pains us to receive negative feedback. It pains us to know that someone's thinking something less than favorable about us because it puts us in a position to where we feel like we're about to be rejected, where we're about to feel like we're not enough. And deep down on the inside of us, it pains us to feel that way because there's parts of us that already think that about ourselves. And we're scared that the parts of us that feel that way are going to get connected to other people's thoughts out in the real world, and that it's going to automatically reaffirm the fact that we are less than, that we are inadequate, and that we are not enough. And so what we do is we try to plead a case. We come up with all kind of evidence and whatnot in advance to then be able to respond to what we think someone is going to say to us. But what we don't realize is that it causes us so much stress and anxiety. And that stress and anxiety takes us out of the peace of the present moment. In the present moment, all we know is that a conversation wants to be had. That is it. We do not know more. And then, there are some moments where you may know what the person wants to talk about. But the truth is that the conversation hasn't happened yet. So instead of thinking about all the things that you're going to say in response to them, what if we were to go inward and think about all the things that we need to hear for ourselves? If it's fear-based that's causing us to come in with these strategies, then what is the fear of? Reparent yourself. Speak to the scared little person within you and say, hey, what are you afraid of? How can I be here with you right now? How can I love on you? What do you need to hear from me to be okay and just rest in this present moment, in this present reality?